Hello, welcome to my daily watercolor painting practice, day 23. In these videos, I share with you my practice. I've been painting for over a decade, but for the longest time, for most of it really, I've been struggling to paint for many reasons, but I am now finding a different way of painting and it's been really helpful. I'm not stressing as much anymore, and I'm hoping that by sharing the mistakes I've made, I might help you avoid them. What I will be doing is, first of all, I am painting in a more playful way lately. So what I like to do is just create funny, weird, surreal kind of paintings. For example, I've done this watermelon and I turned it into kind of like a boat, or I've done this whale and I changed the colors and I added some leaves. And the point of this exercise is not to create something pretty, but something that feels like I've added something to it. And we can do it in so many different ways. It doesn't have to be like surreal or weird. Adding using the colors you like or using the techniques you like also makes the paintings more feeling like they're more yours, they are expression of you. So this is what's been helping me a lot lately. But before I carry on with my long elaboration, let me just pick a project to paint. So what I like to do is, I really like this book because it has lots of simple projects to paint and I find it very inspirational. I just leaf through it, I find something. I mean, there's lots of really books you can use. I like this one a lot because it just has, the projects are so simple and they are explained so well. So I'm just gonna go through it. I'm going to find something that sparks my interest and I will just change things in it. So what I like to do, for example, I look at the shape, I look what it reminds me of. I think what elements I could swap and change. I'm still learning. Like, first of all, let me apologize because these videos are very raw. I am not any sort of accomplished YouTuber, so I can go off on tangents and ramble and all that. So sorry, I'm not very concise, but this is just my stream of consciousness, so it might be a little a little messy, I guess. I've done this one. I've painted a rose instead of the pit thing. Do I want this one? Kind of like the stripy pattern. Makes me think of waves. Could they do like waves? See, I like doing maybe pictures within like objects, things like that. But I will keep going because nothing is really popping, like jumping at me. I really like doing flowers, but not really sure how to. I don't know, it's just not calling to me. This reminds me of someone wearing a hat upside down. There's so many different kind of things that this could be. I was looking at this one the other day and thinking this looks a bit like jellyfish. I could turn it into jellyfish, but I don't know. So one thing that was causing me to struggle, one of my biggest struggles, was when I painted, I kind of I always try to paint pretty things, not even realizing really. I always evaluated at the end. Oh, is that good? If I liked what I painted, I was happy. If I didn't, I felt like I'm not a good painter. But now that I'm adding some weird elements to my paintings, or like I'm painting in a way that's a little bit more me, the way I still I have to admit honestly that I still evaluate my paintings because it's just too important to me, I can't just be like, oh, it doesn't matter how it turns out. I can't do it. But rather than evaluating, is it good enough? Is it technically skilled? Am I technically skilled enough? Did I make mistakes? Rather than look at it this way, because they are so kind of weird, I think, do I like them? Do they feel like me? And the fact that they are just so deliberately wrong makes it easier for me not to judge the skills. It's more about, how do I like this idea? What could I have done wrong? And it's not such a hit on my ego. It's not making me feel like I'm not good enough when they don't turn out right. For example, my ice lolly, it was looking kind of decent until I added the end of the frame. I started with like just the outside, and kind of looked pretty nice, and then I added this and it just got kind of messy, but I still like the idea, so yeah, basically the biggest mistake I was making was judging, is it good enough? Am I skilled enough? I was using my paintings to prove if I'm a good artist, and that really made it hard for me to paint, because every painting session was like another opportunity for me to be judged, another, it was like being on trial every time I painted. And I'm not completely free of that. It's the process. There are other things I changed. For example, I started practicing skills rather than just always painting something. I started practicing shading, or practicing learning more about color theory, or soft and hard edges, and just generally focusing on practice rather than producing something. What could I do with these? I feel like round shapes are calling me today, but I don't know. So yeah, this was this is my ice lolly. So different. Oh well. Yeah, I think it's good when you can laugh at yourself. I think we need that. If I'm stuck, I might literally just change the colors, because that's another easy way to just change it up a little bit. Just use different colors. Use weird colors, like a red cactus, for example. So yeah, I might just go simple today, because it seems like my brain is not really, I don't know, my brain is a little bit asleep. It's not really jumping out with ideas. Sometimes I feel more inspired, sometimes not. I think it's okay to have like a fluid inspiration. I think it's normal. And if I just can't think of anything, I will just do a red cactus, and that's fine. I really like painting roses as well, but I don't know what could the petals be. Maybe I'll turn petals into something. Maybe like, oh, bananas. Bananas instead of rose. How can I make sure that they look like bananas? You know what? I think I'm gonna do banana rose. But I feel like I need to make sure that the ends look like bananas. I don't know if I have literally ever painted a banana in my life. It's strange, after I think 13 years of painting, to have not painted a banana. Well, today's the day, I guess. Right, so before I commit to a banana, I will probably, would be good to figure out what color to use. It needs to be a little bit warm, maybe like this one. Is that cadmium yellow that I used here? Let's just try again. We'll probably use a small brush. Oh, this one is actually Indian yellow. But I feel like maybe cadmium yellow, maybe a little bit of mix. I don't know. What are bananas like? Actually, this might be too dark. I suppose it depends also how ripe your banana is. Yeah, I think I might mix lemon yellow and cadmium yellow. Right, before I dive in, I'm going to start from the center. I think it might be a challenge to actually make sure that they look like bananas. I might use my ink, my pen, to just add a little bit of the dark at the bottom, and then maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I think I am worrying a little bit too much about how it's going to turn out, so I'm just going to go for it. What should I turn the leaves into? I think since it's going to be a yellow banana, I think I'm going to do blue leaves just for a nice contrast. We'll see. The thing is though, I don't normally paint roses this way. I paint them usually more loose. Okay, stop. Stop rambling. Just go for it. We're just going to do bananas. Little bananas. I mean, at the end of the day, when you paint a rose, you kind of do this like moon shapes. I'm already thinking about a rose. I'm kind of subconsciously, I guess, I'm trying to turn it into a rose rather than thinking of painting bananas. But I will try to get away from it. I don't know. I don't know even if I can. I feel like one side should have this stick sticking out a little bit more. So this will be the stick and this will be the bottom. So this way, now this one will start with a stick here. This is more difficult than I thought actually. Because it literally looks like a rose, doesn't it? But hopefully once it's dry, I might be able to fix it, I guess. Right, stick here, then the thicker part. There we go. So, two things really that helped me to stop worrying so much. Well, I mean, I'm still worrying, but not as much. Yeah, definitely don't try to find a way not to judge your results. It could be also by painting something abstract, because it's harder to judge abstract art. With realism, you can kind of like, if you did eyes a bit wonky, especially with portraits. Realism is easy to see if you've done it painting correctly or not. Abstract also helps. It's looking dangerously close to a rose. But hopefully I can not paint what I intended. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just happy to put some practice in, you know? Just using my paints, mixing colors. That's a really quality in my practice. I wish here, I like when you do the rose, it's good to overlap the petals so that this is kind of a mistake, you could say. Yeah, those two gaps shouldn't be close together, like here, for example. Is it up here? No, maybe the gap there. But that's okay. I'll just try not to finish my banana here. I'll finish it here. The banana rose is actually becoming pretty large. Now I'm going to just go in with the leaves, so this edge will match with the leaves a bit. Or should I actually, maybe I'll put the leaves here. I feel like it's better this way. Honey, I'm filming. Honey, I'm filming. Okay. Right. Which red? I think I'm just gonna go for cadmium. Okay. So I'm going to let one edge touch my banana, and they will kind of blend together a bit. And then I'm leaving a gap in the middle to kind of suggest light or something. And I really like this blending, it's just very soft and kind of natural. And then another one. Here. I probably should have used a larger brush because now I'm just doing too many brush strokes, but it's okay. Just going to add a little bit more dark color just to add some variety. Okay. So now I'll have to wait for it to dry, and I'll probably grab my pen and I'll try to suggest like the ends of the bananas a bit more. Okay, now that my banana rose is dry, I'm going to use a pen just to make the bananas a bit more look like bananas. Not sure if I will manage. I think I'm gonna start with the bigger ones because they should be easier, and maybe that will give me some sort of idea how I want to do it. So I like to use, oh god, this is, I know why I don't like it, because the yellow is just too pale, so the contrast is just too much. But I like to do like a scribbly kind of technique rather than doesn't look like a banana. It's a little bit too much of a contrast, I think, but now that I committed to it, it is what it is. Well, this might be a fail after all. It's still hard not to judge myself after all, but at least it's, you know, it's my own painting that I felt that, not something that someone else painted that I can't even copy. That's even worse. And it is kind of fun, to be honest, you know. I feel a bit more free when I'm just allowing myself to be silly. I don't know. If I added a little bit of like a, I could do, oh, I think I'm gonna do this. I'm thinking if I just add another layer at the bottom, just to kind of suggest the shadow. Yeah, after I'm done doing this, I think I'm going to do that. It might rescue my bananas and help them look a bit more three-dimensional. But generally, using the pen can be helpful. Especially when you're like not sure yet how to do shading and all these complicated things. Just adds a nice contrast. I think this banana will go this way. Especially because watercolor you know, paints are so like gentle and delicate. Okay, the middle banana is a little bit wonky. I will do it with my leaves as well. Maybe something like this. Maybe a little bit darker here. Right, let's try what I was thinking. I'm literally using the same wash. It doesn't have to be darker because since it's gonna be overlaid, it will appear darker anyway. So if you just add a bit. There we go. I think that looks better. This hasn't dried yet, the pen, so I bled into it a little bit, even though it's waterproof ink. But I'm being patient and oh well. Should I maybe add something to the separate the stalk as well a little bit? I don't know. Okay, I think with the ones in the middle, especially because they are a little bit darker. Oh, I just spread the ink. Where is my tissue? Okay. I might just leave it at that. Yep. I think that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and remember, be kind to yourself. What's important is that you practice, not how it turns out. You know, after all, you can always get better. You will never be perfect painter. You'll always be a little bit disappointed with your skills because you will always recognize that you can do better. And I think it's a good thing as long as it's followed by kindness as well and a little bit of understanding. And try to add some fun to your watercolors, whatever fun means to you. I hope this was helpful. It definitely helped me, so thank you for letting me vent. Happy painting and hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye!